talking now.
Okay. So, um,
I'll answer them.
yeah, we should be good. We
I'm
should be
just
good now. There's a bit of a delay between the actual live stream and Twitch itself, so you're gonna have a bit of a delay from us to what everyone else is seeing. Um, but yeah, um, where was I? Oh yes. Um,
Stole the ship and
yes, stole the ship, sailed west, followed the point on the map, and came across what appears to be a possible ruined lighthouse, maybe a watchtower. Um, kind of hard to tell, but it's some kind of tower-like structure
in
on the coast. Um, at that point, you came across a excuse me, um, what appeared to be one of the same cages you had seen the fire giants carrying the slaves in. Inside the ruins of the tower, unfortunately, it didn't look like there were any survivors. It was a bloody, butchered mess inside that cage.
Hmm.
However, you were able to reconnect with your old friend Julian. Welcome back, Ruth. Um, and who had, unfortunately been buried in some rubble, trying to rescue the slaves before whatever foul uh, deed had befallen them.
Awesomeness happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, from there, Nim discovered what appeared to be very nasty looking dragon tracks, particularly those of a young to adult, possibly adult, red dragon. Um, the tracks obviously headed up off the coast towards the north to the island of Vulcan, um, this newly arisen volcanic island. Deducing that this is also possibly the resting place of the next hammer of creation that you have quested yourselves to find, you took up ship, sailed north, anchored offshore, and that's where we left off. Um, so you guys are now, uh, let's see, you guys have just chosen to just kind of anchor offshore, take a quick or take a long rest. So you all should now be officially back up to full hit points, spells and everything reset. You guys should be good to go. Um, uh, and at this point, I will turn it over to you guys. What is it you want to do?
Not everybody speak at once here.
um I
Well, I'm memorizing some spells. I rolled Rob,
Hmm.
and Julian is Julian.
Yeah. Well, you still should have the
So,
same roll from the last time we left off. Um,
but we're long resting.
oh
So,
yes, yes, that's true. So Julian is still Julian. Okay. Um,
and I don't remember how to recenter my map.
all you have to do is just hold down the right mouse button, and that'll allow you to maneuver the map around the screen.
well, we're across the bay. Like, I think the best thing is
Yeah.
to be able to figure out like our surrounding areas, since
Yeah.
we know
Very
nothing
good.
about the other area, the other side.
And then
So,
you can also use that little slider bar in the upper right hand corner to zoom in and out.
so our best bet is to look around, because if we just suddenly go, hey, let's just go off, better bet is to look around our area than just
Yeah, kind of scout around, see what we see.
Now you
yeah.
had
Any proof of the dragon?
Yeah, you had made anchor on the southern horn of the mountain. It looked like there was, to give you a bit of an idea of the landscape here. Um, it's one of, it was probably the only spot you could find to kind of get inland. The landscape itself is very jagged, very rocky. Um, Not many shorelines to possibly make dock from. But this one looks like it's kind of an old, cooled lava flow. It's kind of rounded and bumpy, but it's near water level. So it'll allow you to get on shore, or if shore is the operable term. Um, but yeah, it's the smell of sulfur and ash and smoke fill the air. It's kind of choking and a little hard to breathe, um, but it's still somewhat manageable.
Mm-hmm.
However, getting through this terrain, it is going to be difficult terrain, so you guys will be at half movement while you're moving. Um, just simply due to the rough surfaces, the deep crevices, and even sometimes obsidian glass smooth surfaces you have to walk along. So it is going to be rough terrain through here. Um, and but yeah, that's kind of what you're looking at here. Um, Now on the map, you will notice that the actual volcano itself is a little ways further to the north. Um, but yeah, go ahead and let me know what you guys are gonna do. What's the marching order?
I'm thinking we should just head towards the volcano. You know,
Okay.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Okay.
All right,
Anybody else?
so
All right. As you guys begin to make your way a little north,
bringing up the rear.
yeah, it is kind of treacherous. Every once in a while, you'll come across that crevice in the ground where you have to maneuver your way across. Kind of twisting, winding little shoulder width causeways and little natural pathways. Um, it does take you a little while to kind of maneuver your way north. But you know, you are able to kind of manage it a little better. It's at one point when you're about maybe a mile or so from the from what obviously is the primary volcano on this island. You begin to hear other noises other than the odd spurt or spray of a geyser or a puff from a lava flow or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to hear what sounds like light cackling laughter and just kind of gritty
Awesome.
growls and things like that. And I am going to go ahead and maneuver you guys to the next map. Over. Now, I tested the dynamic lighting on these, so let me know if the dynamic lighting seems to be working for you.
Alrighty.
So do you guys have the map up?
It's
I
very
do.
pretty.
I'm just expanding it now.
Okay, so as you're kind of making your way through this kind of rocky pathway, a bit of sheer cliffs rising up about 20 feet or so on either side of you. The way kind of opens up into what looks like a rounded caldera, a bit more of an open space with a little rock shelf in front of the path. Here you can actually start to see the source of these sounds, and it looks like little tiny impish like fiery creatures flying around, kind of joking with each other, teasing each other, kind of fighting each other a little bit here and there. But they look like little tiny fire imps. Everybody roll a stealth check for me really quick. And I will roll for Sean until he pops in.
Well, if we're rolling stealth, we're screwed. I'm a giant tin can, and you expect stealth from me.
Hey, anything's possible. Don't sell yourself short.
I have a dumb question. Where's the rest of my character sheet?
Oh, no, I give myself the proper.
What do you mean by
Send
the
up.
rest of it?
All I have is my spells when I go into the character sheet.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.